Welcome everybody. I'm super excited today about our great experience we're about to take a journey on. Tell us about what we're about to experience.
Well, it's good that you said experience because that's one thing that I really like to encompass in my business. And this is RYG, which stands for Raise Your Glasses. It's a luxury optical boutique, very unique, and I'm sure you'll enjoy what we have today.
Awesome. So Eddie, coming in the store, how exactly does the experience start?
So it starts as soon as you walk through the door, not thinking that this is a speakeasy. Mm-hmm. It does have a speakeasy vibe, mm-hmm. but I like to coin it as a see-easy.
Nice.
So that's the first introduction, is the wow, I like the mm-hmm. space. And then I want to incorporate and touch upon the five senses. So I have music, I have textural walls, smell, the aesthetics, and I also have, for my customers that come up, I have tasty treats,
Yeah.
And so I kind of go towards addressing all five senses, and you're leaving remembering at least one. And so that's the start of the experience.
So how do you stay current with the latest fashion trends in eyewear?
So I kind of go with three principles: look, listen, and feel. You look at what's going on from TV to just outside your door. You listen to your customers that come in, and whatever you provide in any fashion, it has to feel good when you put them on. So I think those are the foundation of starting the process of a curation and staying at that fashion forward sense.
No, absolutely, because I'm a big eyewear person as well too. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that I do is I always go on social media and I follow certain people, like Floyd Mayweather, like Jay-Z, like Cameron, people like that, and I'll just see the different lenses or glasses that they wear, and I'm like, man, those look so cool. I definitely want to try to see if I can find something that could fit me just like that.
And with staying above and for fashion, I also travel. I go to Paris, Italy, and these different places, because with that, I also find it important to learn the story behind it. Mm-hmm. That takes it from being trendy to being a true fashion experience.
No, that's dope, and it's interesting that you say that. So when people wear these glasses, sometimes they just have them on. They don't really understand, the actual story behind them. And a lot of these lines that that you have in the store, all of them have a meaning or something like that behind them.
Yeah, well, I think I owe it to my customers, and also the fashion line in which I have, because they spend quality. Mm-hmm. They have materials, they have a story, and those things right there, and they stand the test of time. And that is the true definition of luxury. You could spend a lot of money on something that you don't know about, but when you know about it, and when you know that it's not just a trend, or it's going to stand the test of time, and it's something that you can wear 10 years from now, that's luxury. And how you wear it and what you do, like customized lenses, it's going to express your fashion, mm-hmm. And so I think that's very important on two parts, and that's just me being transparent to my customers and giving my reps and everything the just due that they deserve.
Awesome. Can you tell us about your background and how you became inspired to be in luxury eyewear?
So my inspiration has to come back, I say, all the way back to my grandparents. Coming from humble beginnings, mm-hmm. My grandmother used to actually be in what you call a beeline fashion. Mm-hmm. And then I say humble beginnings because growing up, you don't have your choice of what you get. Your mom brings you some clothes, and you got to make the best of it. Mm-hmm. So the interest in that, being able to, get more shirts than pants and mm-hmm. make more outfits, has always been something that was instilled in me and helped by my older sister. Mm-hmm. I also was wearing glasses at an early age. Okay. Kind of embarrassed at first, yeah. But then learned to look and say, all right, I could do this, I could get tints, or I could get things to kind of make it cooler. Mm-hmm. And so those kind of enabled me to be more accepting about wearing glasses. Mm-hmm. And so fashion is something that it commands an attention.
Nice.
Something, fashion is an expression, is an extension of your personality, right? And so that's very important, especially in nowadays, just building little self-esteem, right? Comfort, and being able to have the freedom to express yourself in various ways, So that's my inspiration behind just kind of wanting to go into the fashion aspect of glasses. As far as my background in optics, I was actually in the military. I'm a veteran of 10 years. One of my schools and professions in there was I was a licensed optician. So I also learned the functionality of the eyewear. So I'm very adamant about not just having fashion, but fusing fashion and functionality.
Nice. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Chicago, born and raised on the South Side. Lived in different areas in Chicago. So we all know that the West Side, South Side, North Side all have different fashions, different ways of looking and whatnot. So I kind of, in the store, I kind of fuse everything together to give people the options of different looks and with a unique experience.
Nice. So Eddie, tell us what we have here.
So right here, I picked a couple different of my lines. Right here, I have a line called Lucas Distill. Lucas Distill is very quality, handcrafted from Paris. These are all leather. They come in different colors, shapes, and embossments, and it's very comfortable, lightweight. But this is a style that gives somebody the impression like, wow, like they have fashion, but it's kind of subtle. So if you know, you know.
Right.
This is another one that's the same one as is Coubaron, and as you can see, these are drill mounts and they're rimless, right?
Wow.
But you can also fold them, and it's almost like eye jewelry, you know. And so that's these are some of the unique things that I like to have in my store.
They look lightweight too.
Yeah, they are. But they serve a purpose.
Yeah.
And so these are Balmain. Balmain is, of course, one of the luxury lines that I have. Handcrafted, real gold. This is the story behind it is just this frame right here. They made this right here to make it more dynamic, like the wind is blowing.
Wow.
And so those are some of the little things that you can explain to your customers, right? This right here is Anna Karen Carlson. Eye jewelry. It's been getting a lot of notoriety. She actually uses real Swarovski crystals. Her inspiration, she loved animals, and so you can see she has the panther right here. Wow. Very quality, chic, and elegant, but it's definitely a statement piece. What do you have on right there?
So I actually have Dita on right now, which is like, to me, these are my favorite. This is my favorite line here, and like when we talked about before, I'm really big on eyewear, and I always follow Floyd, and I think the first pair of Adidas I ever saw was the Mach 1s that he wore. He always wore Mach 1s, and I used to always go in the store all the time because a lot of stores don't really sell Dita, and I used to go to the store all the time in Miami. On South Beach, and used to always just try the Mach 1s on, just try them on, until one day I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just buy a frame, and I needed some eyeglasses and ended up grabbing these.
And one of the processes, I seen that you had those on, and I already had something a little spotted out for you.
Oh man.
Now, along the same line, but we got summertime coming up, and sometimes you need, you don't want to take a person so far out of their comfort zone where they don't like them, but you ease them into something that's different, And right here, I have a little bit more sportier, but still elegant, well-crafted Dita. And they're a little thicker on the sides, lightweight. That way now you have the same look, but a little bit sportier, and it kind of crosses all occasions. Just the same as me, like I have Ditas on as well. But then, okay, these are something that, I wear in the office, but, sun's starting to go down, maybe I want to step out, so now I throw on my Anna Karen Carlsons,
Wow.
And it gives me a whole different look and a whole different feel.
And it's crazy, man, because The one thing I love about Dita is just that it almost like as soon as I put it on, it just molds right onto my face.
Yeah.
You know, and it's lightweight. It's evenly balanced, just like you said, and the style of it just looks really good to me. You know, like, and it's crazy because I've had situations where I have seen people with Dita on, and as soon as I ask them, I say, hey, are those Ditas? And they say, yeah, how'd you know? And it's almost like one of those things like, when you wear them, you kind of understand, like when you see them, like, oh yeah, I know exactly what those are, you know.
Yeah, we try to address everything. I even have some glasses here that I actually made out of records.
Oh wow.
This is real vinyl, a little bit more fashion for avant-garde, but you can actually bring your favorite album here, and I can actually have those made into glasses for you.
Really?
Different shapes, different colors. And so that's definitely a sentimental keepsake for most, and especially like artists and whatnot. So that's pretty fun to do that.
Man, so this was amazing, just kind of going through the catalog of these glasses, man. But if I come in here and I say, hey Eddie, I want to wear something where I can walk up and down 1,000 blocks of Chicago, and I'm not gonna see anybody with these same shades on, I know you gotta have something like that.
Well, maybe not 1,000 blocks, but maybe if you walk from here to Missouri, let's extend a little bit longer. So I'm also authorized dealer and seller of the Dita Epa luxury line. So you say you like
wow.
Ditas. Ditas is a luxury brand, but Dita has Epa luxury. So it's a step above luxury, right? And this is a Dita Epa luxury, which is probably the most unique, most quality luxury brand that I have in here. This is actually made out of real gold, so it's 0.5 microns of gold, and it's also made out of palladium. And palladium right now is more expensive than gold. It has real glass lenses with the AR or anti-reflection background. This one pair you can change the front, so I can easily take off this front, and I can put on a gold front to give it a different look.
Oh wow.
They have interchangeable arms where I can now have another arm which has it's called a cable, which holds it on. So if you're out in a boat, if you move it around a lot, and you really want them secure, you could put that on. And if you want to get a little bit more jazzy, it also has a centerpiece in which now you Vegas ready too.
Let me see these here, man, because like I said, I used to go every time I was in Miami. I always had to try these on, and like I said, this brand and everything is just something special.
Well, that's definitely the creme of the creme right there, and so those right there are definitely a pair of glasses that is going to make a statement. It's a pair of glasses that you can definitely walk and be confident that our lives are probably going to be able to you.
And it's so interesting, once you put a pair of glasses on, how it just really just redefines you. You can just walk in and with no shades on, and then you come into the store with the glasses that you just bought, walk out, and everybody's like, man, who is that? They look at you, they might be one to ask to come and take a picture with you.
Well, with those glasses, this is actually the case that comes with it.
Oh wow.
So it's definitely a showcase, a showpiece. It is not for the faint of heart, and it's for the real eyewear enthusiast. And so this is definitely something that that's going to set you apart.
Man, this is awesome.
Can't find this nowhere around the block for sure.
Unless you walk into Missouri.
And they might not. So it's only 50 doors in the world open that's authorized to own this, and that means 50 stores that's authorized to sell this Dita Epa luxury.
Wow.
So it's very scarce, but you can find it right here at Raise Your Glasses.
Awesome. Well, hey Eddie, I really appreciate you taking the time out to give us such an amazing experience today. Really appreciate you going into detail with curating all of the glasses that you was able to showcase today. and really going into detail on each one and the story behind it, and giving us an understanding and learning of the fashion output of the eyewear.
Well, I thank you for allowing me to provide this experience at RYG. Raise Your Glasses is a double entendre for raising the expectation of your glasses and also raising them in celebration. And so customers on the upon their pickup, we actually raise glasses. We raise champagne, or we raise sparkling water, or whatever beverage of choice you have.
Nice. That's awesome. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. And when you're ready for a great experience, make sure you stop into RYG.